Hello lads, lassies, and those of unspecified gender, it's the Irishman here, and today I'm going to be talking about what would have happened if Goku married Android 18. This is the fourth part to this what if, and if you have not already seen the other three parts, I would greatly recommend you go check those videos out before coming back to this one. Where last we left off, Vegeta unlocked his own Ikari form while fighting against Frieza. The Emperor was somehow still able to overpower him though. His final form was so incredibly strong that not even Vegeta, in the power of Great Ape while still in his base form, was able to actually even stand a chance. Vegeta would be at a power level of around 150 million while in Ikari, so by all means, final form Frieza should not be able to contest with this strength that is equal to Super Saiyan Goku. But at the same time, Frieza is handling it like a champ. And then after toying with the Saiyan a little more, Frieza would pull Vegeta in by the Saiyan armor, whispering into his ear,
"This has been fun, but it's time to kill you, just like I did your father, and your mother, and your entire bloody race. Goodbye, Vegeta."
Frieza would then stick his hand straight through Vegeta's chest, ripping out his heart and throwing it on the ground. He would then wipe his bloody hand off on Vegeta's now jet black hair, before flying off in search of the other so-called monkeys. The rest of the group would have sensed Vegeta not only powering up into the Ikari form for the first time, but also feel his power dissipate, and the insane amount of strength that Frieza had. By this point, Vegeta already knew how to sense energy, but did rely on the scouter, that way he knew, comparatively to the Frieza Force, how strong the Z-Fighters were. Although the gang here, who have been studying energy control as well as sensing for the better part of most of their lives, can tell that it doesn't matter what power levels there are, all of them are going to be needed if they even stand a chance against Frieza. So Goku, Raditz, 18, Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, and Roshi all head out to a wasteland where they sense Frieza approaching, meeting him halfway. That way there aren't any casualties in some big city or open area. Once facing down Frieza, the group, well, they're terrified. Frieza's power is even more overwhelming than they had first thought, and now seeing it face to face, well, they're a bit concerned. Although they would stay headstrong and power up. 18 would have an electrical magnetic aura circling around her, and Goku, Raditz, and hell even Gohan would power up into the Ikari form. The androids, Saiyans, hybrids, and Earthlings alike would all begin to circle around Frieza, attacking him from every angle. Although it seems pointless, as Frieza is able to reflect every attack, negate any attempt to actually harm him, and counter with something even more powerful, as it seems as if there's no hope because nothing they do will even scratch Frieza. They would hear a communication from King Kai as well as Vegeta. He would tell them that fighting is pointless. They stand no chance even with the gang up they're trying to do right now. Frieza is just quite simply too powerful, and the only way the Earth even stands a chance of surviving is if they flee now to fight another day. Hearing Vegeta say this, they know it has to be true, as he is the most prideful person there. The one person who would never suggest giving up unless it was absolutely necessary. But they're not even sure if they can. To actually be able to escape, somebody is going to have to stay behind to actually distract Frieza long enough for them to go. But even if they were able to, where would they go? Well, King Kai would tell them that Kami actually has a place. If they go inside of the Room of Spirit and Time, Kami could move the lookout to another planet, one where Frieza wouldn't be able to find them, at least not for a long time. By that time, they could all be training inside of the room, getting exponentially more powerful. That way they at least stand a chance. But now with his form set out, who's going to be the one to stay behind? Well, Roshi. He would say that he's lived long enough. If he dies here,
it's a worthy sacrifice. Goku would immediately shut down the idea, saying that he's already died once before. If anybody's going to stay behind, it's him. It's his turn to sacrifice himself. Roshi's already done it, now it's Goku's turn. He's not going to let Roshi continue to put himself in harm's way just to save the group. But the Turtle Hermit would immediately snap back, saying that it doesn't matter if he's already done this before. It doesn't matter if this is his second time, third time, fifth time, 20th time doing it. Goku has a reason to keep going. He has a reason to keep fighting. And hell, Roshi does too. But Goku, he has more of a reason to actually stay alive after the fight's over. Roshi's already lived a good life. If this is where it ends, well, that's fine with him. But he is not going to allow a good man, a father, a husband to die here when Roshi can do something to stop it. So, he would tell his student to go, get stronger, and live to fight another day. Roshi will see him again, even if it's in the afterlife. And then, Goku, shedding a tear, somberly, would leave. Goku, 18, Gohan, as well as the rest of the Earthlings would fly away, heading over to Kami's lookout.
Am I being underestimated? You're sending this frail old man to take me down. Okay. Goodbye. How did you dodge? Not even Vegeta could avoid that attack, and you're just an old man. What are you? I'm just what you said. I'm an old man. But here's a lesson for you. Always fear the old man in a business where men die young. Kamehameha.
So please enlighten me, old man. Did you really think that would kill me?
No, but I knew it would buy them some time to get away. Have fun tracking them down now, you bastard!
Back on the lookout, everybody is discussing their best course of action, while Kami is moving the palace to a separate planet. That way, they are safe from Frieza's unbeatable power. As Goku is sensing everything that was going down on the fight with Roshi and Frieza, if you can even call it a fight, he would begin to let out an unconsolable rage. Everything inside of him, all of his built-up power, would be being let out. He would transform into the legendary Super Saiyan as the group is being teleported from planet to planet trying to find a suitable place. And then, as ripples are sent throughout the galaxies, as waves of energy are sent throughout the universe, Goku would become the one and only legendary Super Saiyan. And although this power is certainly grand, Goku, looking at his own two hands, would say it just isn't enough to beat Frieza. The only thing they can do now is train and hope to get strong enough to be able to take down the tyrant once and for all. And for the next 3 months, they would do just that, training to get strong enough to actually be able to overthrow Frieza. And they would use the Room of Spirit in Time during these 3 months, but not the way you might expect. Instead of actually using it as the original time chamber, Kami would have adjusted it, realizing that even though the time dilation was a great power for the room, it just wouldn't help when there were so many drawbacks the room also had. So really, Kami just made it a better gravity room where they could train without worrying about damaging basically anything or anyone, also without getting under any of Frieza's radars. So, for the next 3 months, this is just what they would do. Goku would master Super Saiyan all grades 1, 2, 3, and even 4, as he would know that using the form and mastering it to its utmost limit would be the best use of this time, although he would still increase in base power. 18 would actually keep up with this insane growth that Goku is making by just training herself even harder than she had ever trained before. Her insane android potential allowed her to do this and even catch up to Goku's Super Saiyan form. And Raditz, not wanting to be left behind, would actually unlock Super Saiyan 4 himself, getting incredibly powerful in the process and catching up to his brother. Granted, Goku is still more powerful, but Raditz is catching up. Gohan, however, wouldn't actually be able to unlock the Super Saiyan power just yet, although he is still incredibly powerful and Ikari is good enough for him, at least for now. Piccolo would continue training as well, and because of his, although limited, cybernetic enhancements, he's able to keep up with the rest of the group, even now as Super Saiyans. And at the end of the 3 months, Kami would actually announce to the group that he had a way to make all of them even stronger than they are currently, by unlocking their hidden potential. He was able to learn how to do this by improving his overall abilities. He wasn't able to get physically stronger, but he was still able to improve in his own way. And by giving the group a way to access power they had hidden deep within, well, that's a good enough advancement, at least in my book. Now, although everybody definitely gains a solid boost from this, 3 people more than the rest of the group actually get stronger. That being 18, Gohan, and Piccolo. 18 would improve because, well, she's an android. Her potential is above most of everyone else in the group, as we saw with 17 in Super. Gohan would increase because, well, he's Gohan. His potential has always been absolutely absurd, and in this What If, it's even more so. But Piccolo, I'd argue, is actually the person to improve the most from this, as he would not only get a pretty incredible boost in power, but also unlock a new form. Not Orange Piccolo, in fact, he probably can't unlock Orange Piccolo, at least right now, but he does unlock his potential Unleashed form that we saw in Dragon Ball Super Superhero. He's nowhere near as strong, and I'll probably just treat this as his Super Saiyan form, but as an Namekian, although I do think this is definitely a great improvement for him. He's probably the strongest out of the group right now, although 18 might be a close second. And now, being far superior to their original strength 3 months prior, they would go out in search of Frieza, who hasn't been exactly sitting on his butt this entire time, but hasn't been doing any intense training either. So they're confident they should be able to beat him. Although before they were able to go after Frieza, they would head back to Earth. Frieza wouldn't have actually destroyed the planet, nor would he have actually made it under his rule, but he would leave a few scouts there, that way they can alert him whenever the Saiyans return. He really just wanted to make sure that they would have a place where Frieza would know if they ever came back, and then he could go and squash them like the bugs they are. And, well, yeah, this doesn't go too well for him, as the scouts are easily dispatched of before they can give away the Saiyan's location. Now, while on Earth, the Z-Fighters would go and grab the Dragon Balls, summoning Shinron and reviving Nappa and Vegeta. That way, they could have the 2 Saiyans actually be on their side when they go to fight Frieza. And, well, Nappa and Vegeta have gotten incredibly strong as well. Vegeta would have actually learned Super Saiyan while watching Goku and Raditz train and unlock it themselves, and Nappa has actually decided not to learn it, instead focusing on using Ikari with Kaioken on top. And Vegeta, although not being able to yet activate Kaioken on top of Super Saiyan, would be trying to do just that. Although he's a few miles away, he feels like he's inching closer and closer every day he trains for it, and, well, that's good enough for him. Eventually he'll be able to do it and surpass the rest of the Z-Fighters, but for now all he wants is to get revenge for what Frieza did to him those few months ago. And that's where we're going to be ending things for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this, as I certainly enjoyed making it, and if you could please like the video, subscribe to the page, and hit the notification bell, that way you're notified whenever I release any new videos. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you all so very much for watching. This is, always has been, and always will be the Irishman. Talk to you later. Bye.